All rise. The court is now in session. The Honorable Stuart Phillips presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Judge Stuart Phillips. I will be presiding over this proceeding today. This proceeding involves charges most commonly made against sexual minorities. Your task will be to decide whether those charges are legitimate. You will get to hear evidence both for and against those charges. The proceeding today will involve your hearing evidence, and at the conclusion of that evidence, if you have no reasonable doubt about the truth of the allegations, you must find gays and lesbians guilty of the charges. On the other hand, if you do have reasonable doubt after having heard credible evidence, you must find gays and lesbians not guilty. Do you have any questions? We'll proceed then with the prosecution's first witnesses in support of the first charge.
The basic message they're trying to get across is gay's okay. We know that's a lie because Scripture tells us otherwise.
The current controversy in the United Methodist Church about homosexuality is really about a subset of people asking us to bless and anoint their sin and call it holy.
Well, it's clear in the Bible that that is not how he intends us to live.
A biblical scholar and Presbyterian pastor, in 1992, Dr. Rigby announced to his congregation that he would not wear his pastoral robes in the pulpit again until gays and lesbians were ordained and their marriages honored as sacred.
Reverend Rigby, have you heard the prosecution's charge that homosexuals are sinful because of their sexual orientation and need to be forgiven?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Are you prepared to respond to that allegation?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm a heterosexual Presbyterian minister. I have no vested interest in coming here today. I'm here today because people I love and respect are being falsely accused. Over the last 10 years, I've gone around the country debating this issue. I've never lost a debate, not because I'm so good, but because the fundamentalist argument is so laughably weak. They appeal to the Levitical code of the Old Testament, even though the New Testament clearly says that we are freed from that code. And in fact, it's a sin to use that code against another person. The book of Acts says, call no one unclean. They twist the book of Romans to make it look like it's an attack on gay, lesbian people by not reading the whole paragraph. If you keep going with that paragraph, Paul clearly says, therefore, none of you has a right to judge anyone else. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's sin. They take obscure Greek words. This is their stock and trade. Obscure Greek words that can be translated as homosexual. I almost broke my back bringing this forward. This monster is called Kittle's Theological Dictionary of the New Testament. This is as good as it gets. This is the best dictionary there is of the New Testament. And this monster of a book series does not even try to translate those words. They are so obscure. If you take up a concordance, this has every word in the Bible, and you do not find the word homosexual in it anywhere, because neither in Greek nor in Hebrew was that word ever used. Now, the Jewish people tried to think of every word for sin they possibly could. The fact that they didn't have a word for homosexuality should tell us a whole lot. I can go on the next 10 years beating fundamentalists on this debate, but I think there comes a day when that debate itself is immoral. There was a time when people debated on whether black people were fully human, and well-meaning white people came into those debates. But there rose a consciousness that the debate itself was dehumanizing and immoral. Jesus Christ, who should get some kind of a vote on this issue, said that if someone can love, they fulfill the law and the prophets. So the question is, can gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual people, can they love how I've seen them love? They have taught me so much about compassion, about faithfulness, about gentleness, about being a spiritual person. Now here's the irony. If the fundamentalist argument is correct, and heterosexuality is essential to the Christian lifestyle, then Jesus Christ was the worst teacher of all times, because he forgot to mention his central tenet anywhere in his teachings. Well, Jesus Christ was not a bad teacher. Fundamentalists are bad teachers, and they're bearing false witness against beautiful and innocent people. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please throw this case out of court. There is no evidence, Your Honor.
Thank you, Reverend. You may step down.
And God looked down sadly on deep blue planet Earth. How long, the Creator wondered, will the people of the world study, discuss, and debate the lives and loves of my lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender children? Why can't they accept them just as I created them? Why can't they love them as they are?